All right, all right, all right. Well, is my mic working? Hello, everyone. I just went to check the stream myself. I'm glad other people are excited. I've been so excited for the season to start. It's been a little bit silly the whole day. I've been sitting here like, oh, how many hours until we can do the preview stream, the preview stream, the preview stream. So, good evening or good morning or wherever you are. I'm so excited that other people are also excited. Yes, I turn off the music when I talk. Um, and the mic is working. That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. Oh, this is this is Penguin Feet Barbie. That's real nice. Okay, so hello everyone. For everyone who watches this later on, please join us live next week. But of course, the time doesn't always work for everyone. If you are like Jordan and you are potentially watching on audio because you don't want to crash your car, Jordan, please be careful. Don't drive and watch. You can always check it out afterwards. So, without any further ado, let's have a look at the season. So, we're going to go through the standard little review as we go. We might have too much to look at, we might have not enough to look at. I didn't really time this out, but given that it's the first time we see what's happening in the season, I think that there will be plenty for us to slowly work through. So the first thing I wanted to do was have a look at the actual player count, and I'll just say that because it's difficult to show it on the screen. I always call out Jordan. Always, always call out Jordan. Oh, hey, Nightwolf, can you refresh the roster? Team 1 has been updated. Yes, I can. Let me actually refresh quickly. Thanks for asking. There we go. Oh, rock and roll and aqua. Oh my goodness, that's real nice. Okay, so very, very first point, and shout out to Fantasy for sure. And we'll talk about Fantasy in a little bit as well. Um, just to mention about what's happening with the teams, right? So it's season 44, and last season we had 42 teams, and the mods decided to add 2 more teams, right? So for season 44, we have 44 teams, which is super nice. One thing that I realized though when I actually looked at the numbers is that we currently have slightly less players than we started with or that we finished with last season. And so what's happened is that the mods have probably decided that we don't need all those alts. We'll put some more people into teams instead. So last season we always had about 90 to 100, say about 100 alts across all 8 boards. But this season we currently only have 65. So if anyone is an alt, if anyone comes in as an alter, please let them know, or please know yourself, that you are definitely going to get games, because that's probably cutting it a little bit close for the amount of alts that we need per season. So I'm almost certain we are going to see a lot of alts take part, and hopefully we won't have a lot of games being forfeited or like missed out on. But yeah, we're a little bit on the light side with alts right now, so maybe we can up the Reddit thread as well or something like that. Gotta get the symmetry if possible, indeed. Yeah, so we've got 4 teams, 8 boards, so that's 352 players. We've got 65 alts, so we have about 417 players when I checked earlier today. And just for your reference, we had about 440 or something last season, so about 25 players less, 26 players less or something like that, but not too bad. The next thing, yeah, the alts do increase during the season. People who come late, people who like didn't know about the season, what's going on. So hopefully we do see that number goes up. But I doubt it will go to 100 like it did last season. I don't see 40 extra people coming in unless, Feet, you do a bit of advertising for us there in Italy. Maybe you can get some more people to join. The next thing I wanted to quickly show was something really cool that Cinema Show did. And I'm just going to show the season 44 graph. So this is a breakdown roughly about what well, I can quickly compare. So let's just look. This is 43, very similar obviously, and then 44. And Cinema Show already told me already a little bit about it, but I'll just maybe summarize the easy parts of it. The average rating for the whole league seems to have moved up a tiny bit. How you read this is that for every board there is a line and a box. The line is excluding absolute outliers, kind of the range of the rating. So board 1's range is, let's call it 243, 2,430 to maybe 2,100 and 2,180 or something like that, right? Yeah, and as you can see also, Bobby just says there's some insanity. There's also some outliers. So we know, for instance, last season we had Bad Player, who was the highest rated person in the league, and they are playing again this season, and they are one of the outliers, those little dots at the top, because their rating is just so far out of the general range that we play at. But I thought this was real nice. So board 1 and board 8 obviously has the biggest range because it catches everyone, but then all the other boards seem to be fairly well distributed. So once again, I feel like the mods are doing a really good job with balancing the overall range of the leagues. You could make an argument, for instance, for dropping the whole kind of graph a little bit so that board 8 doesn't have such a big range, but I think it works quite nicely. So it's just a nice little visualization of the data. We have Isa Vulpas too. I don't know what of Isa's rating is, but I'm just going to assume that yes, it is quite high. Then the next thing I wanted to look at quickly. All right, let's get into the roster then and look at the actual team names and just a little. Okay, so the team names. Number one, you would have seen the logos that I have found um, in the past. Oh, actually, yeah, Amir Alper. I cannot. I'm just gonna say Emir. Isa is 2,477. Yeah, that's pretty high as well. We have had seasons with 10 boards. So maybe in that case you see that board 8 and the other boards obviously splitting out a little bit differently. Um, for one reason or another, I think 10 boards, although that's a lot of action, right? There's a lot of action, but the amount of teams is slightly less. So yeah, maybe it's a little bit nicer to have more teams but slightly smaller teams. So if we have 10 boards on every team, then we wouldn't have 44 teams. We'd have, I don't know, call it like 38 or 6 or something. I'm not going to do the math now. But yeah, we have had 10 board seasons as well. Age, I'm finding the pairings out very YouTube. Yeah, we're definitely going to be looking at them here as well, hey? Logos are not required for the teams, Chadrick. It's just people do it because it's fun, right? You got to do a little bit of like kind of enjoyment for the team element. If you don't like teams, you can obviously play Lone Wolf and some other season just by yourself, but the whole team thing is obviously really fun. Alright, so I want to look through the team names quickly here. There was a discussion about the best name poll. So end of last season, I think around the last week or just after last week already, I ran a poll for the best team name. I didn't invent this. We've had this in previous seasons. It just seems that it kind of fell by the wayside. So I decided I want to do it. And then there was a discussion. I think Chestnut said, "Oh, but start of the season, end of the season, and the timing might change what people find interesting." And it absolutely will. But I don't really think I want to run the poll at the start of the season. So, Feet, sorry, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm happy to run it at the end of the season again, or maybe like even like week 7 or 8, maybe to add some interest to the last few weeks. But for now, we're just going to see what's going on. And I'm struggling. I want to play a season with 10 boards. Yeah, I have done that before and it was fun, but I'm also happy with what we're doing right now. Joking, but it would be nice if there was more human-made logos. Yeah, I mean, Jim, for you, obviously as someone who's making it with by hand, the look is very different and the input and the kind of the creative process compared to a lot of us just sitting like prompting ChatGPT. But thankfully it's not a competition and I'm not going to start a logo competition. If you want to take that into account when you vote for the names, that's fine. I'm just happy to see people enjoying themselves, right? Creating a little bit of activity and interest around their own teams. That's really fun, I think. Alright, so let's go into the rosters itself. I'm really keen to kind of try and read this. I don't think I actually can read everything, and I will refresh one more time just to make sure that I've got the most up-to-date one. As a Nirewolf or Nirewolf just said, some of the team names actually updated already. I have a feeling we'll get Gary versus Tristan Brown. Oh, you're jumping into the pairings already. So, Rock and Rule and Atokok. So I actually saw um, the whatchamacallit. This is Nerval's team. This is the little, like the amphibian. Maybe it's the Achok or the Quark or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm getting a little bit out of my depth here, but I know the little creature that they wrote about. I've seen some story or I don't know, Discovery Channel something about it long ago, but unfortunately the reference is a little bit above my current awareness grade. Then we've got a monk E conversion. So I know monkey conversion. I don't know, some rapid player, if you have any comment about your team's name about monkey conversion. I assume that converting is easy for you guys. For me, it's definitely not. Oh yeah, Florian, it is a crazy salamander, and yeah, I'm not going to try pronounce that, but you guys are correct. You found the correct reference. I just you know, I look at that name and I know what it is, but I've never pronounced it, and I'm not gonna try. I'm almost certainly gonna get it completely wrong. Just make a massive fool of myself. Someone can spell it out for me in a way I can read it maybe, but we're just gonna go on. Team 3 hasn't picked a name yet. Let's see if we can blame that on someone. I know Quiddit, LC69. Easy is in this team. Wait, this is Easy26. Is this Easy? I actually don't know if Easy. Yeah, Easy26, right? Oh, cool stuff. I'm happy that it's I'm happy to see that they're in the season again. I actually have they been sitting out for a while? And let me run over to the season. Oh wow, yeah, they haven't played in a million seasons. Whoa, this is rare. Wow, okay, cool, very nice to see Easy back as well. Super good stuff. Always try. I think I'm gonna just give up. Control Alt Resign. We've got two teams with a similar kind of idea here. Um, Rib, I know. 100 pawns versus one gorilla. I like this one. This is so far my favorite one from reading from the top. 100 pawns versus one gorilla. I saw the conversation about would 100 guys be able to get the gorilla, and I also who was it? Someone like made some prank thing where they like send out official looking messages to say you've been selected as number X as the one of the 100 guys. Um, Please opt out if you don't want to take part, send back cancel, and then the guy's like cancel, and then they wait a bit and then they go, all right, thank you, you've opted in, we will contact you on the date. So that was really funny. Fisher random moves, very nice, and a little bit topical, I guess, as well nowadays with the whole Fisher random thing. I don't know if you guys follow what's his name from Chess Dojo, uh Kostya. He's been doing blog posts about his a trip he's doing or he's done like a 3 tournament back-to-back trip, same as I think it's the same tournaments that what's his face Ivanchuk played in. Fucking boss Ivanchuk. um anyway, and oh, he also mentioned that he also thinks that the whole 960 Fisher random, what do you want to call it, is probably kind of the future of chess, in the sense that it's just, there's a whole new world to explore there. Which did make me think maybe I should try it sometime, but I'm currently not playing the 960 League. But for anyone wondering, we have a 960 League in the community as well, right? So go ahead and have a look at that. I know that Jordan and Transu and a few other people, Gospel as well, have been streaming their games in that as well, which is pretty cool. Making a fool of yourself is rule number one in streaming. That makes a lot of sense, Stress Runner. That does make a lot of sense indeed. Axolotl? Do you say the T? That's the part that always scares me. Yeah, 960. I mean, maybe I'll give it a try sometime. I'm not sure. Don't we need to worry about opening prep? That's actually a good point. That's actually, Jim. That's actually real nice. I could consider playing it if I just meant that I didn't have to worry and just pop up at the board. That's kind of fun, yeah. Yeah, and I definitely think Easy playing is fantastic. Maybe Trons, who asked him about the award show and stuff, got them excited to come back. Next, Nightmare on the 7th rank. We just have to watch. Okay, we're about halfway through our time already. Nightmare on the 7th rank, I get it. Then we just turned Bobby's World from plastic to tragic. So this is a bit of beef this season. We've got Bobby and It's a Secret 2000, who Bobby is It's a Secret 2000 also in Italy. It sounds like you guys are both in Italy, right? Because you know each other offline, I think. Um, so yeah, they're turning Barbie's World from plastic to tragic. And as Gary said, one of the only tragedies here is that they're trying to rhyme plastic and tragic, but I like it, going after Barbie a little bit. That seems like a lot of fun. Yeah, so It's a Secret, Meekly, Val. Oh, Oshu is also here. They were so excited in general, waiting. FWC, Serenity Pig, Down Home, and Speeder. Real cool. Down Home always shares about their son and doing so well with the soccer, and recently I think with chess as well. So I was wondering if they're gonna like pep talk the team maybe during the season. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah. Oh, here we go, Jordan. Nice. Jordan, don't drive and watch. Yeah, just listen. No driving and watching. That's good. Yeah, I'm glad he's your friend. Yeah, I need an It's a Secret 2000 feet Barbie matchup. Yeah, we're hoping for that, obviously, right? You're really hoping that matchup comes. We also had that Only Here to Beat Gary back in the day, and we got that matchup, and we weren't able to beat Gary, so that was unfortunate. Four Mates. Oh, Four Mates actually, Jesse HF, who was featured in John. Is it John Bartholomew? Why do I feel like his first name is longer than John? Jonathan? Anyway, on JB's stream, he played, I guess, a pool game or something, and it ended up being against JCSF, who he said he had played beforehand, which is real nice. And then I actually saw in the chat for that, that the comments for the YouTube, that JCSF actually found it themselves as well and said, "Oh, I didn't know you were streaming," but yeah, that's real nice. I wish I could play someone like that at some point, you know? That's really cool. Oh, Jim. Okay, yeah. Please don't drive and watch, man. I don't want any accidents happening. That's terrible. On a train, not driving. I would be very worried if you said you're on the train and driving. Like, who lets you drive a train? That's pretty crazy. Oh, there's a new Netflix movie about like a bullet train in Japan, I think, or South Korea, which is, like not going off the rails but can't stop, and it's got a bomb and it's going to Tokyo. I might watch that sometime. Okay, then we've got bot winning. I actually think Duck from Crash, that's yours, right? Kai, mate. Bart Bartholomew, I doubt it. Team as in Team League, that's a nice little double up from last season. This is Jordan's team again, Susie Den Gospel. Yeah, similar. M as in Emily, same with Fork 2, and Barbele is also here. Barbele, are you in the chat, by the way? Barbele was asking on Slack how they get into the chat here, so clearly they don't sit and waste their life on YouTube like some of us. So yeah, if someone can please tell them, I mean, there should be a chat button. If not, you should have something that says open the chat. And the chat is just auto moderated. It's not blocked for anyone. So people who have nothing to do with the league can still come by and say hi. But we'll see. Copaceticness. Wow, I'm at work but haven't clocked in yet. Nice. Except if you should be clocking in, then please clock in, right? Don't put yourself in trouble. But yeah, next season is going to be team as in team as in team as in teamily. Very nice. Just forever building, right? Alright, team 12. Here's bad player 25-24. Man, it's really high, hey? Super, super high. Is bad player actually... I don't think they have any... Oh, they're actually... Oh, they're on YouTube as well. Oh, real cool. I didn't know that. Okay. But there's no information here about them holding a title, and I don't know what language that is, but yeah, they're clearly crushing it. Then we've got Rook and Rollers. Very nice. Very nice. As well as Brotherhood of Wood. I think we had one of their logos was real nice. Ah, yeah, Q. Hoping that the little doggo is good. And here's Cinema Show. Thank you very much for the rating chart, Cinema Show. That was real nice to look at. Team 15, still waiting for them to get a team name. And then Knight Tyson, you find a plan, we punch you in the mouth. Alright, I like Knight Tyson. That's pretty good. I don't know if I needed the rest of it really, but that first part is pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Bad player is an FM. Oh, okay, very nice. Yeah, this next season should be See Emily Play. Yeah, that's good. Will the Team 3, Team 12 stick with those names, or they still have time to choose a name? I think actually it normally just stays that way. In the past, I think sometimes the mods have kind of like given a team like just a silly name, but yeah, you can change. I actually think you can change your team name mid-season as well, although I kind of hope the mods don't allow that. I think it's kind of nice if you just pick a name and stick with it for the season. Team 3, I mean, it's okay as long as they come third, right? Alright. Ivanchuk Norris, very nice, very nice. Ivanchuk's performance in those 3 tournaments, he's such a boss, hey? Oh, and this is what I really liked about Kostya's write-up, because he ran into him, I think, in the first tournament, and then they just ended up sitting like in a cafe for hours, analyzing games like once or twice in a day, which seemed really nice. I can imagine like Ivanchuk being someone who spent so much of their time on chess, and then turning out to be like a nice person who's just like super happy to share their love for the game with kind of anyone who's interested, and not too snobbish about, oh, you're not like 2500 rated or higher. So that's really nice, right? Someone should have changed last season. Oh snap, I'm not going to get into that. And then Skewer, I barely know her. I did have a quick oh, is that okay for our season? Because we've had some like team name problems in the past where like maybe we shouldn't have said that. But anyway, Skewer, I barely know her. That's a general one. Not too bad. Kamsky and Kramnik cheat detection consultants. I like this as well. I actually don't know about Kamsky very much. That's not a part of the conversation I know much about at all. But obviously Kramnik looks older than he is, right? So you get kind of like this grandfather vibe, even though he's like, isn't he like in his 40s or like early 50s or something? But yeah, he seems to have some interesting cheat detection consultants. So yeah, I like that as well. Stalemate Society, we got your logo as well. Very good. Pawn Stormers. I hope to see this play. Sina was actually in the Simul recently. I don't know if me and Bobby, some rabbit player, you also in the Simul. That was really fun. Some of those games were absolutely insane. Very, very interesting. I don't know if anyone else is interested in joining a Simul sometime. It was casual, so it's not rated. You don't risk your points, but it's really fun. During the Simul, you can check other boards at the same time, right? There's a Simul chat, so like everyone's chatting, including the main person doing the Simul. Everyone's just chatting there during it. Was really fun. That was a very good time. I liked it. Oh yeah, 10 minutes indeed. Yeah, Sinner beat Saquin. That was a great bishop c4 or something like that. Getting onto the f7 pawn with the knight as well. Yeah, that was some crazy stuff. Kamsky has a Twitch stream and reports anyone he loses to. Oh, that's kind of sad. Hey, Sideshow Bob. One pawn still missed. Very nice. Okay, we're going to speed up a little bit here. Prepare for mayhem. Very nice. Boom shakalaka. Very good. The Catalan charlatans. That's good. The Catalan charlatans, I think, would make more sense for me in terms of the pronunciation. And then Catalan sounds a bit like you shat your pants, maybe. Rook takes pawn shop. Habemus von Popiel. Okay. Where's he from? Chicago. I've got Motyak. Return to center. Doctor, you have 45 minutes to live with an additional 45 seconds per move. I really like that. I thought that was quite funny. Habemus Bishop pair. That's pretty good too. Empire Strikes Back rank. The Disapieces. Bind. Marozzi bind. A little bond for us. One small step for a pawn. We got that logo as well. Control Alt Defeat. So we'll have to see if the Control Alt teams eventually face each other. That'd be kind of a fun matchup to have as well. Oh no, what happened? Stream lagging? Oh no! What can I do? I can do nothing. Error. YouTube is not reading. Oh no! Still going? No! Oh, that's not good news. Oh my goodness, guys, don't scare me. I do see a little error coming up here, but like, what am I going to do about it? Internet always seems to betray me halfway. There's one endgame we might know, not forking around. Are we meant to have goals? Oh, that's tough. Team, the Extraordinary Amateur Minds. Karpov DM. This is our team. Bobby has a great day every day, but Secret 2000 only has a great day if Bobby looks at him. So that's the little beef I'm hoping we can face each other. I suggest you push the F-pawn, Team 43, and Minerva's horse. Which I guess is a plan when Minerva is out. Why Control Alt joke something happened? Yeah, I'm not sure if Control Alt come from something. If anyone knows if the Control Alt plus whatever kind of, there's two of them, so it seems like maybe something was related to it. Indeed, Jim, there is a slight delay. When you guys write something, I read it, but my response to you is a bit slow because the stream comes out with a few seconds of delay. So about the team rosters, one more thing I had to note. I had a few teams here, so I know, for instance, last year's winners. I like my suggestion from last season is now called I suggest you push your F pawn, so we'll be watching out for them. Check GPT is now called this. Most of them is now called. Where's that team? Oh, where's that team one? Here, Team the Extraordinary Amateur Minds. They came second last season. And then third last season, 64 Squares of Anguish. Most of them don't seem to be in the season, so I couldn't find them. Then some other teams, so Teamers and Teamerly from last season, similar. Bees Knees is basically Bees Knees from last season. I've just kind of joined back in there, I think with one other person, so the rest of the people are basically the same. A lot of the people I played with last season are now in We Just Turned Bobby's World, from Plastic to Tragic. So these two teams are. That's why that's a little bit beef going. And then Gone with the Windmill was Guitar Spider's team. That's another team I found, and that's the Bind Marozzi Bind team. Use the pairing technique. Oh no. So I found a few teams who I know I want to be watching out for, and obviously there's some individual players I'm always happy to watch. But for instance, Saquin, who did the who did the Simul, is not playing this season. I don't even know if they put themselves up as an alt. Oh, they did. Okay, for board 2 at least, because they were really fun to watch last season. They played some crazy, interesting stuff. Alright, so we will come back to the teams when we have something to watch. Let's quickly move on to fantasy with the last few seconds. So, on the fantasy side, we've got a bunch of team included. Just to check, Alex Gould was actually first last season, but is Alex Alex is not actually in this season at all. I don't know why. Their name goes here was also name goes here is also in again this season. They came in second last season, and Borja is also in here. Where are they? Here they are. I just saw their name here. Borja is also in. They came third last season. So very nice to get Fancy back up. We'll have to see how those goods. Yeah, Saquon's games are super interesting. Uh, in terms of these teams, we'll obviously get into it a little bit later, but I thought some interesting stuff so long. Popularity wise, Marlon, we all know, is really, really strong on board one. And then Bufferan, Millspees, me, Gary, and Borja, we're all part of the same team. So I hope our team does well, but I'm really surprised I'm in there. I don't know if you guys know something I don't, but I don't know why other people picked me. I just picked my own team because I thought it was fun. And then Said Nominee and Electric Falcon. Said Nominee I think also dropped the board last season, so maybe people are expecting them to do well at the board. Cheapest, lowest. Marlin is actually the cheapest one on board one. Wow, interesting. Maybe they still have to get up their rating. And then most expensive, bad player, obviously. And Omortil is also here. Robbie R is most expensive on board 5. Interesting. We'll have to look at that again. Gambare! Yeah, Saquon vs. Bobby was a really fun game to watch. Well done, Bobby. Except the part where you didn't play so well, apparently. Oh, thanks, Jim. Sorry to see you go, but we will see you again. And of course, I'd be super happy if you watch the stream afterwards as well. Maybe you're cheap, Flip. I am cheap. I'm a cheap type for sure. Look at my non-alcoholic, way too sweet little drinky. Actually, remind me, I'll have a little bit more. So yeah, actually, I don't know if this is maybe more fantasy teams entered versus last season. Um, it's quite a lot. We've got there's about 40 teams. And for anyone watching the stream, if you still want to get into the fantasy league, I think you can actually still join throughout the first week. I'm not sure when they lock, but definitely right now you can still go join if you want to. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so that was quickly something I wanted to look at. And now I think we can slowly start sneaking in a look for the pairings. Let's see if I open up pairings like this. Alright. This is last season's pairing. So yeah, okay, we're just gonna keep it like this, right? Give it a few seconds, we'll see. Now we just hope that the mods actually get the pairings out in time. Has to be less. Maybe we're always likely to switch with board 2 or something. I don't know what. I haven't checked mine either. You have Manwinner to join. Oh, you have to join before the pairings come out? That seems a bit fast. Alright, but maybe. Let me quickly double check if I missed anything here. No announcement yet. I'd love to record fastest ever game. Okay. That's nothing to relate to this right now. We're okay. I've got that. I won't let me chat from my non-doxy YouTube account. Ginger Squirrel Nuts apparently can't chat. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ginger Squirrel Nuts. I'm not going to ask what you did, because I don't know if I want to know. But I'm sorry to hear that you can't get that down. Oh man, I don't want to. Do I have to spam refresh? No, I think the announcement will come out basically at the same time. So let me. we don't have to go look at baboon butts again, but maybe I can quickly spend a bit more time at the fantasy league because I wanted to look at this a bit more, but then I thought it would be too quick. So the thing I wanted to know was why did I get picked by other people? I know I picked myself. Oh, hang on. Never mind. I've dropped out. Okay. All right. Everything is right with the world once more. YSGWYDD is in, and I'm wondering why. Prices. Let's see. Wait, what board am I on? Better standings. Nope. Rosters. Nope. Entries. Board 4. Who's cheap on board 4? Grey Sensei is the most expensive. Polzer. And then all the way down to Dr. Burak. Me and Funny Like the Clown are pretty cheap, yeah. Pretty cheap. And I don't know who this person is that people are picking as the most popular. What is the rating? 1905. No idea. I can't say why. Oh, now I'm back up again. I'm truly confused about life. Who picked me? Transu picked me. Transu? And Guitar Spider. Are you guys high? Why would you pick me? No, I'm not sure that's a good idea, to be honest. Popular as well. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Hello, Kampai. Let's have an absolutely amazing season. Alright, I'm slowly going to walk through this from the top. Feel free to run off if you need to watch it sooner. I did wake up. I want to slowly look at this. I'm so excited. And then I have to figure out when I can play. So, Kramsky and Kramnik. I'm just going to call it the Kramnik cheat detection. That's pretty good. Empire Strikes Back rank. Anyone in here? Well, already we got someone who's unavailable. So I guess the alt messages are going out from round 1 already. You check me, I check you. Alright, no one in these teams that I already know. Team as in team as in team. Prepare for mayhem. So Susie Dent. Gospel's going to have to wait for an opponent. Jordan, you've got Rohitraj. No idea. ISJ, YJ, I don't know how to read that. Emily's playing Van Roy, Summit D, Fork, and Barberley. Okay, fair enough. I hardly know who I picked. Alright, so we won't call you on your picks then. It's okay. We'll just say great job. 100 pawns versus 1 gorilla. Maybe this is my favorite team name just because of what I heard about it. Jesse F, Buffer Undera, and Astrominov. That'll be fun too. Myrtle is here. And then 2 unfortunate unavailable first week players. So we'll have to see who can replace. I suggest you press the F pawn. So this is the winners from last season. So we'll have to see. Against Endlands. Very nice. Syriad, Morius in here, Lord B, Matthew Huber, Junath is in here. Nice one, Jay. Good luck with your game. Jay, Junath also joined us for the simul. This is a different chest ad. There's 2 chest ads. I didn't know. Here's chest ad 1979. 1979. So you're, I don't know, close to just close to 50 maybe. Am I counting this incredibly badly? 8 more. You're mid-40s. Never mind. Mid-40s chest dad, apparently. I guess that would make sense. Arne, I start also playing against an alt. Oh, okay. I guess the alts are gonna get in. Man, I really hope that they are gonna be around. Alright, Ivanchuk Norris is also one of my favorites. So it's a secret of playing them first. Magician, Zero apparently did very well last season. I think they were one of the rookie result players, so clearly underrated on Lichess when they joined. Meekly against Glafir, Val against Alcar, I can't pronounce that. Shawnu versus Andrew Rimmer, F2W, Serenity Pigeon, Down Home, Speeder. Alright, cool. We'll see if some of these games, I think normally Val and actually their opponent play kind of in a time zone I got, but this season my streaming times might be way different. Other one is Dr. Chestad. Yes, correct. I know Dr. Chestad. They also play some really fun stuff. They played a very aggressive French from the black side last season, at the start of the season when I was still covering stuff. So, yeah, I'm just surprised to see there's more than one. That's pretty cool. Oh, here's the Habemus von Poppeer versus Control Alt Defeat. H Daddy, Amorozzi, AA Control, who I think might be trying the Catalan this season. Carlos Magnussen, Robbie R. Oh, my neck is stiff. Costas Vial is also here. Alright, Nightmare on the 7th rank versus Habimus Bishop pair. So Tomikoch, you are waiting for your opponent, yeah? So Gone Nowhere is out, yeah. Time MP computer user. Paul ANS. Who else said nominee? I know. And then Falstown. Falstown. Falstown's also really very nice. Oh, also a really nice person. I played with him last season for a while until I kind of just didn't play, right? Skewer, I barely know her versus Control Alt Resign. KS Legion. Don't know these players. D Demand, Quan, Happy Daffodils. Arohi Klachla, I know. Steve North, Bakeman, BJ Fletcher. I think they were asking something in the general just now, right? And Rib, yeah. Roken Rule on and a cork. I gave it a go. Alright, so here's Bad Player's first victim. Champagne Socialisti. Champagne, is this champagne? Champagne Socialisti. Maybe. Socialist champagne? Maybe not. Anyway, here, Bad Player. I'd love to see them. Night Fury, one of our league friends as well. I hope we can watch some of their games. Stefan15, who isn't streaming anymore, but I think streamed a little bit at the start. Grey Sensei is here. Grey Sensei also went to that tournament that Moz Beast went to, right? It was fun to follow their results on chess results. Flying Friend, Pippi Ball, and Nerwolf is in here, and not sure about the rest. We'll see. That seems fine. How about Morgak versus Brotherhood of Wood? So Silk Wanderer versus Yeku, that'll be a fun game. Silk Wanderer also like a super long time league player, right? Yeku as well. Mennonite is here. JC. Mr. Scrubs. Scrubs also played an insane. They played like F. What did they play? Did they play like G5 F6 King? No, it was F5 G6 King F7 or something. Was like the first few moves in their simul game, and they got a completely equal position like halfway through. Very, very crazy what they opened. I was very impressed. Here's Cinema Show as well. Jake Carmody is also here. Not forking around versus the monkey conversion. So some rapid players playing Silver 124. Alan 11 Blinky Scribbles. Polza 2000. Slugman 92, yeah. Beacon Catalog check. Okay, cool. Born Stormers versus Rufus and versus Disapieces. Rufus and Doofus. Amen. Susan San, Dutch chess player. Maybe Dupop and Dutch chess player are both from Chicago. Sina versus Manu. Sideshow Bob versus Patchy the Pirate. This is like a mascot game. Like if they have American football or something and they make the mascots fight on the side of the field or something, I think. Somewhere playing, yes, remember F4, G5, H6, G6, or then like FX, KX. Yeah, I mean, that was just insane. Whatever the exact opening moves were. It was so, so interesting, though. The fact that it was actually kind of holdable. I guess White maybe like misplayed the actual advantage, but yeah, it was still interesting. Doctor, you have 45 minutes to live versus Team 3. Still waiting. So Taxiway quit it. That should be a fun game, too. Izzy, Art of Porn Summer. I'm definitely going to try follow Izzy's games again. It's been a long time. We haven't seen them for so many seasons. That is insane. I actually don't know. Does anyone know why they're back all of a sudden? You know, it'd be good to know it's good news, but what if it's not good news? Or maybe it's good news. We'll just assume that everything's good with them and they've had other things going on in life. Cheers, by the way. Pretty good. Scribbles blundered. Yeah, yeah. At the end, Scribbles blundered, but it was pretty even for a while, right? In the mid game, I thought. Team 15 versus the Stalemate Society, so Mr. One More and PSQ, I don't know. Dan John, Topspin 15, Mr. Blunderful. Queen of Hearts is back in. Alright, cool. I think Queen of Hearts, she's also got some coaching going on besides the league. So I think that she's been improving. Very nice. Mongrel Tiger. Mongrel Tiger's been ready for the stream as well. Thank you very much for the excitement. Here's Marlinin. So we'll see if half of the Fantasy League lose their like board 1 point if they don't win against Alvaro. Name goes in here. NSEEK. I lost against NSEEK last season, didn't I? Pat K74. Simp for my queen. Okay. Kaimate, here you are. Kaimate, I don't know if you're still Duff from Crust, if you're still in the stream, but here's your game. You're playing against Business Prof, right? Very nice. Boom Shakalaka against there's one in-game we know. Rio Quandra, Iron Galaxy, Intertemporal. 1 second. Nope. Nope. I know. I broke it. Here we go. Here we go. 1 second. Yeah. Why can't I? Here we go. There we go. Sorry, I had to just try to fix something on my phone quickly. Still here. Oh, cool. Hi, Kai, mate. Yeah, we just saw your game as well, right? So, Boom Shakalaka versus there's only one game I know. Iron Galaxy. Intertemporal. Intertemporal is a very logical kind of person. It's interesting the way that they like put out their opinions on the Slack. It's always kind of fun to read. I don't think they follow the stream, but shout out to them as well. Jockinator, Atomic Morphe, always fun to follow as well. And Orich, hey Orich, if you do watch this, I hope you're doing well. Pineapple Chiffon Cake versus Electric Falcon. Oh, Electric Falcon makes me think of Captain America: Brave New World. I watched that like a day or two ago. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. Karpov Diem versus Bind Marozzi Bind. So Snow Death, I know Guitar Spider, that'll be fun to watch. Niraku Hakamura, I think, is one of the popular players. Funny like a clown, always like watching them as well. Transu, Transu will probably be streaming as well. I think they also already plan to do some coverage if anyone plays during a certain slot. They've put the time out as well. Um, you can go look at the 4545 streaming channel. They've put the timing there in the Canvas memo point already. Catalan Charlatans, Flaming Falcon Man, yeah. Oh man, good old. Yeah, I mean, well, it was okay movie. I like Harrison Ford, so whatever he was doing, I was enjoying that. And I get the whole like Red Hulk thing is kind of fun, but yeah, I didn't really like. Like I was like, what's going on? Like the story, like nothing's building up, things are happening, and oh, the movie's over. All right, cool. That was kind of silly. Catalan Charlatans versus TEAM. Let's see. Dr. Ch's dad is here. Timothy Hart is here. Peter. Oh, Butter Pecan isn't playing first round. All right, we'll see who replaces them. Hopefully, Nkobek and Sissix and Keto. All right. Are we meant to have goals versus Nike Tyson? Super Fighters here. JW Wells, we know. Markley, Mark. Adande 1. Storming Eagle. Gilbert. Nice versus Spot this round. Cham. Not sure about Schrodinger Sack. That's pretty good actually. Yeah, that's I like Schrodinger Sack as a smart little name. Win. Sorry, what do you say? I was surprised by my opponent plays everything. Then I realized I looked at the wrong color. Are you already opening up the opening tree? Hey. Yeah, that's actually a thing. I don't know how much prep I'm gonna do this season. Last season I really enjoyed kind of like looking at a way to just get a game and then playing. Prep is fun, but I feel it's a bit of a dangerous kind of rabbit hole. I think I might use my time just to do some, more 15 plus 10 training games or something instead. Fisher and versus is our team. Barbie has a great day. Alright, let's see. Feet, you're playing against Big Boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You gotta be ready for the Big Boss. Duncan's playing against Tom C. Mills is playing against Leloc over 9,000. Nice. I'm playing against Simon was here. Gary is playing Tristan. Very cool. And Borja doesn't have an opponent yet. And Kamakura is playing against NRV. And Dama X Ray is playing against Huja. Awesome stuff. I hope we can follow some of this. Simon was here. I don't think I know my opponent. Maybe after like the pairings are done, I might kind of just open up my opening tree for my opponent while I'm on stream still, just for the fun of it. Minerva's horse versus Rook and Rollers. Flippy gets benched. Oh my god! If you could bench players, I guess I would get benched for sure. Hmm. Opponent don't look here. I don't know. Some rapid player says probably gonna play the kid. Alright, cool, but then afterwards you put the poise away, just can play some chess again. Minerva's horses are rock and rollers, so Alp Arslan, very nice. J Punisher, Wobbler, Callum the Sweaty is not gonna have an opponent just yet. Nesta is here. Duster Burak, B Pack, Jeffson Adam, Douglas Mizrab, Icky Demon, Vixen, and Skellock. Alright, and the last pairing is Rook takes Pawn Shop versus Team 43. Cape St. George, J3084, Ivory 12, Olaf's my Brolaf. That's pretty good. Olaf's my Brolaf. That's pretty good. Dynamic Commander, Mac, Rick Range, Chess, Cow Danny, High on Pot News? Not sure. Razzle Alone. Alright, and that makes it. My guess was correct. Your guess was correct. And there we go. That's all pairings for week 1. Oh man. Oh, actually, hang on. Yeah. Oh, I actually had a few other things I wanted to mention on stream before maybe I'll look at my own like opening tree for my opponent and stuff. I'm just gonna go back to oh, there's my pairing message as well. I wanted to advertise number 1, fantasy. If you're not in there, where's fantasy? Get in here. But I'm late. I somehow messed up the spreadsheet. Yeah, okay, don't worry. We've all had problems submitting, but you can still go submit. I think, oh yeah, Cape St. George is the person who had like 9 games straight last season or something crazy like that, right? So maybe they got really good at the white, you never know. That's some interesting stuff. I feel like that must be incredibly rare. I can't imagine that the system would spit that out just kind of willy-nilly. Fantasy was point 1. Point 2 was the Lichess Ledger. It's not only something fun you can enjoy, you can actually go and submit some articles if you want to. There's a channel for it. Go have a look if you want to do some writing, if you enjoy writing about chess related stuff, your own experiences, whatever you want. The ledger is there, you can try and add something to it. What else did I want to show? The ledger. Oh, game of the month. So I think Mennonite game of the month, if people don't know, it also has a channel. You can go submit a game that you think is really great, and then we vote on it. And then the game that gets picked also gets analyzed, and then sometimes that goes into the ledger, and they also just post it, I think, in Slack, which is kind of fun. So maybe have a look there if you don't really know about it yet. It's something interesting. And then the last two. First is the streaming channel, so 4545/streaming. If you open it up, I think you can see it on my screen. Yeah, so if you open it up here, what you can do is you can click at the top. So there's messages, and then there's canvas right next to it. And this canvas is the thing that actually has our little schedule in it about who's going to be streaming where. So here, Monday, this is the stream we're currently doing. Oh, cool, I got a little popcorn from Mongrel Tiger. Thank you, Mongrel Tiger. And then already on Wednesday at 18 UTC, Tronzu is expecting to do some commentary. So if you're wondering when people are streaming, we tend to try and keep a little schedule together here between the streamers, but normally we also post in general and wherever else and people go live, so you don't have to be in the channel, but it's nice. And also if you want to try streaming yourself, feel free to come here and ask a few questions. Everyone's very friendly and they can help. Maybe I can't help. Jordan is the one to ask. He's the one that does stuff. Whenever the ledger comes out, yeah. Oh, very nice. Yeah, you can also get interviewed. Oh, yes. Yeah. Fork 2020 does some interviews as well. Maybe J308 can gain 100 points before next round so Cape St. George can continue the streak. Oh, that would be insane, wouldn't it? That would be really, really fun. Maybe you can go and like help sandbag a bit, like lose to them so they can gain the points from you. Oh, and then the very last one I wanted to add on as well, because this is the first time I got to join. This is the little I was streaming the simul. This was the first time I got to join because the time is always terrible for me, right? But it was really fun, and there was actually not a lot of people kind of ready for it at the start. Originally, it looked like we might not even play. But yeah, this was casual, so you didn't risk any of your points. And as I said, there's a little like chat during it, so you can like chat about other people's games with them, even with the person who's hosting the simul. It was really fun, so I definitely recommend people coming and having a look at it. It was very enjoyable. If I can, I'm definitely going to try join again. Yes, I think that is kind of my list of little things I wanted to do. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. I've finished my laundry list of things I want to walk through. Yeah, simuls every month. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, we could. I think you could ask them if you wanted to do one a bit earlier, maybe if people's interested. I guess they don't want to overdo it, like multiple simuls and then people stop joining because there's just too much going on. Especially now that the season has started up again, maybe not everyone's going to be keen to do a simul, but it was very enjoyable. I definitely recommend people checking it out. Okay, I think I've gone to the end of all my useful sharing. We've gone through the amount of players, we looked at the rating cuts very briefly, the team rosters, the names. I will run my best team name poll at the end of the season. anyone else free to run it earlier if they want to. We can compare if you really want to. Any more logos, please share them, by the way. I will keep putting them into the waiting screen for the streams. It's really nice, I thought, to have kind of like a season specific content to put there. That was really fun. Fantasy teams, it's not too late, I think. We'll have to see. And then I guess we've all got our pairings. So please go message your opponent. 3 time slots across 2 days at the very least. Yeah, and if you can't play, put yourself unavailable. If you're an ALT, if you're an alternate words, if you're an alternate, you are going to get chances to play almost every season, or every week, I think. So please be ready. You're basically going to play a whole season if you're an alternate. So yeah, be careful. Yeah, man. Let's go schedule our games. Okay. So that's the end of that stream. Now I'm gonna do my little opening review, but this is no longer like something anyone has to stick around for. I just have like at least like another 9 minutes on the gap I got before I have to go help take care of my son again. So I think, why not? Let me just open up opening tree here. We can have a quick look at my opponent's information. Let's just see where I am. Simon was here, and I'm white. They are black. So I will go into leeches. They are black. Yo, okay, let's run it for like maybe like beginning of last year. I don't know. If it's too long, then it kind of becomes a bit silly. And then I'll also just double check. Simon was here on chess.com, also black. Also from like maybe just Jan last year. We can quickly see. We can see what we can see. Could not find anyone on chess.com. 326 games, goodness me. Alright. I play d4 normally. d5, d6. So d5 is the main, c4. Okay. This is a declined. Maybe a Tarash kind of thing. Was this the semi-Tarash? This is the Tarash, isn't it? I actually don't know. Tarash, and this is a Slav situation. Okay. Oh, hello. Interesting. a6. That's always a fun way to play. Okay. Alright, I think that's basically prep done. d6 probably just like a few by accident, I guess. I don't play any of these moves against that either. So let's play this. Nah, I wouldn't play that. Alright, prep done. that was basically the amount of prep I need to do, I think, for the game. Now we can just kind of get into it. Janowski, yeah, that's what it's called. It's the Tarash and the Janowski, right? Looks like an aggressive player. Really? Maybe I didn't understand openings. It didn't look that aggressive to me. Now you make me think I should go back and have a bit of a slower look as well. Opening tree, useful for CC. Yeah, I don't know, like, I mean, I guess I could do it on leeches as well, but I'm just so used to opening tree. Like, you can see, like, it's very easy for me to put it together quickly. So let's, for instance, we look at maybe the last X months only. They had 300 and something games before. That was quite a lot. It's all d5. It's all this one. Okay. CX. Wow, white won all of that. Knight F, knight C3. Why did white win all of this? F6. Bishop out. Okay. Bishop F4. I don't know this specific way of playing it, but it does look interesting. Knight F6. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know this at all. Interesting as well, though. Alright, I normally just put my knight out on c3. And then maybe I pull another knight out. Alright, once again, my prep is done. This is how far I go. Oh, man. That's a chameleon Slav. That's the most aggressive you can be with QGD. Oh. Not much to do as black otherwise. Opening tree, you gotta load and then you gotta wait each time you want to check. Oh, yeah, I guess so. We have, yeah, we do have a team study, Bobby. Thank you very much. Alright, so Simon was here, I'll be coming for you, but right now I think that is basically all I need to do. Prep-wise, I don't think there's much more for me to do. Look at the announcement. Who announced it, by the way? Maury! Thank you, Maury. Appreciate it. Very, very nice. Alright, I think we're gonna call it. Unless anyone else has anything they want to share or has any ideas of something want to look at quickly, I think I'm gonna go and we can all just enjoy the season. I'm gonna be trying to stream my games, and I'm probably gonna try and keep on streaming the Road to Better Chess games, just because, if I can stream a bit. But I don't know if coverage will be possible because coverage takes a long time, which is unfortunate because I really like covering other people's games, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it's possible. If it is, I'll definitely be there because it's real fun. But yeah, maybe this season will be a little bit tricky. Anyway, for now, good to see some green ticks coming up. Yes, tick, 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 tick. Very nice. Yeah, for now, I think we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know. I can't say. Am I just walking to Flippy leaking prep? Oh, Gary, I'm not leaking prep. I'm just kind of, admitting that I'm probably going to just play whatever my opening tree says. I don't know if, like, in this season, I actually want to try and out prep anyone or something. Wasn't good prep anyway. Yeah, Barbie, I'll come to you for the good prep later. I'll just see. Sorry, Gary. Now that you're finally our captain, I don't want to spoil our team's results so quickly. Cool, man, Chadrick. Thanks for coming past to the stream. Be safe. Take care. All the best for the season. We'll be back doing this stream every week on Monday, same time, as long as I can. So please come back, join us again, and we can enjoy the season as we go every week. And Feet, I really appreciate that you're always here coming by, even if you just say hi quickly. That's really nice. Thanks a lot. Unlike Gary, who just walked in like an hour later. Seriously, Gary, come on. But anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate the joining, the chatting. It makes it really fun. This is why I was excited for the season to start, because the streams are so much more fun when we can all talk about the same league we're playing in. So all the best, and let's bring the music back. Oui. Great. So see you around. See you on Slack. Be safe. Take care. Keep on making logos for your teams. I'll put them into the stream waiting as well. Ciao, ciao.